So the last lesson for Learning Target 5 is multiplying special products. And this technically isn't anything new because we multiply special products the same way that we multiply binomials. So it should be fairly straightforward. The first type of special product is what are called conjugates. Now a conjugate is two binomials that look the same, but one's positive, one's negative. M plus 3, M minus 3. You don't need to memorize the term conjugates, I just used it as a label because that's what this type of special product is called. So we're going to start by distributing, just like we have distributed yesterday. So M times M is M squared. M times negative 3 is negative 3M. 3 times M is positive 3M. And 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. We've got some like terms in the middle, so I want to combine those to simplify. M squared, and then negative 3M plus 3M end up canceling to 0. And we don't need to add or subtract 0 because that doesn't change our answer. So we end up with M squared minus 9. Let's take a look at one more. So again, these are conjugates because they look the same, one positive, one negative. So I'm going to distribute 2G times 2G gives me 4G squared. 2G times 7 is 14G. Negative 7 times 2G is negative 14G. And negative 7 times 7 is negative 49. Again, like terms in the middle. So we've got 4G squared. 14G minus 14G cancels once again, leaving us with the minus 49. Squaring. Lots of students end up squaring their binomials incorrectly because they try and distribute the square. Instead of distributing the square and getting an incorrect answer, we are going to write this out using the definition of a square. What it means to square something is multiply it by itself. A plus 9 times A plus 9. And then we use our distributive property. A times A is A squared. A times 9 is 9A. 9 times A is 9A. And 9 times 9 is 81. Combining our like terms, A squared plus 18A plus 81. Now with the conjugates and the squaring, we will always have like terms to combine. When we saw multiplying binomials yesterday, we had a couple that didn't have like terms. But squaring and conjugates will always have like terms. Again, writing this out the long way, 4 minus G times itself, and then distributing. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times negative G is negative 4G. 4 times negative G, negative 4G. And negative G times negative G is positive G squared. So make sure you're watching your signs when you multiply your positives and negatives. Writing this in standard form and combining my like terms, I'm going to start with G squared. Negative 4G minus 4G. Again, what is our subtracting rule? That's right, add the opposite. So we get negative 4G plus negative 4G is negative 8G. And our constant plus 16. One last question, short assignment tonight. A square deck, again, I like to draw pictures, so I'm going to draw my square deck, is x plus 3 units on each side, and you're expanding it by a factor of 4. What that means is you are not adding 4, you are multiplying it by 4. So when we make our deck 4 times bigger, each side will be the quantity x plus 3 times 4. And we want the area of the new deck. Well, how do we find an area of a square? We take the side and square it. So the first thing I'm going to do is simplify the expression for the side by distributing, getting 4x plus 12. And then I need to square it or multiply it by itself. Distributing 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times 12 is 48x. 12 times 4x is another 48x. And 12 times 12 is 144. Again, combining my like terms, we always have like terms when we're squaring. 48 plus 48 is 96x plus 144. And last are you try problems. Make sure you show up to class prepared with these tomorrow.